2 cents. There are 2-cent T-shirts, 2-cent buttons, 2-cent refrigerator magnets, pennies included, and 2 Warren staffers in Iowa dressed up as pennies to rally voters now. The rise of the 2-centers speaks not only to the populist appeal of this tax, which more than 60% of Americans support, but also her skill at turning complicated tax policy and debates over inequality into catchy, emotional slogans. Now, the actual plan, of course, is far more costly, calling for a 2% tax on wealth over $50 million, 3% over $1 billion. That would raise over $200 billion a year, and taxpayers would have to estimate the current value of everything from cars and real estate to art and private companies. And by the way, most European countries have already abandoned wealth taxes for lower than expected revenue. As former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers recently said, this is not some little tax. This would be an extremely burdensome tax on wealth.
You figure all that stuff out. I mean, these aren't mark-to-market situations with much of the things that you're talking about. How do you prove it? How do you hire enough people to audit it? It's one thing with real estate, but you can watch real estate much more closely. And what happens? Yeah,
a lot of these assets are illiquid, but the economists who support this and created it say that more than 3/4 of the assets of this group are in stocks and financial assets that are easily marked to market. Stock
that's
portfolios.
Even weirder, though. I mean, if you're a long-term holder, are you supposed to sell it every year for whatever gains are there at that moment? What happens if the gains disappear the next year?
And to have to sell it to pay the tax every year could put a lot of pressure on the market, and that's one of the big concerns.